Hi everybody, my name is Michael, and if you found your way here, you probably know that you're about to do some Powerflow yoga with Michael. Powerflow yoga just means that we're doing power yoga and we do it in a Vinyasa style. And if you follow some of my former styles, or if you follow me at LA Fitness, you know I do power yoga, but I don't do it at a super duper fast pace because I'm trying to bring it down to a place where it's achievable for everyone. And so at LA Fitness, I use a lot more words and it goes a little bit slower. I've been working on getting back to a faster pace, and so that's what we'll be doing today. So today will be all about your breath and using that breath to bring it into a movement. And typically as we inhale, it will be an upward movement, and as we exhale, it will be a downward movement, or the equivalent of frontward to backward as we're moving through that. Inhaling to one point, exhaling to the next, inhaling and moving on about our flow. So it will be much more fast-paced than normal. The music that I'm listening to on this day for this playlist to inspire me will be today's date, which I believe to be April 8th. So it will be 4.8.20 out on Spotify, and my account on Spotify is my name, Michael Carey, C-A-R-E-Y, like Mariah. Once you find that, you come back here after hitting pause, or you turn on your own music, begin to hit the play button now. And from seated on the back of your mat, beginning to breathe. In and out through your nose. Taking your own time at your in pace as you inhale. And exhale. Making sure it just flows in and out through the nose. And if you know your jai breath and you want to begin to breathe in through more of your sinus area of your head, out from the same point, maybe your breath becomes more deep and oceanic. And at your own pace, and in the way that you like to breathe, now just beginning to pay attention to the breath itself. As it comes in through your nose and out. Where do you feel it affect your body? Breathe it in and out. Where does it go to and from? In and out. And seeing if you can follow that sort of pace. Wherever you are, maybe begin to move your body around. To the right and to the left, front and back. Starting to feel your way towards awakenment here. Bringing ourselves into a flow, breath, movement, feeling good, feeling happy amidst all the challenges that we have. They're out there. They can't find you in a pace that's excluded from it. If you don't go to search things, they don't have to find you. Let them happen. Let them happen. You don't have to see it all. You don't have to know it all. In fact, the less, the better for your soul, in my opinion. finding your way from here to a tabletop pose. Inhaling and exhaling along your journey. Inhale, lifting to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Back to center. Inhale the right arm up. Look up. And thread the needle under the left shoulder. Inhale it back up. Once again, thread the needle. Inhale it back up. And as you exhale at this time, rest it down onto the mat for an inhale and an exhale. And then on your next inhale, bring it all back up, setting the right hand down. Left hand up. Exhale, thread. Left hand up. Look up. Thread it on the exhale. Inhale as you lift it up, and as you exhale, let it all set down onto the mat. Look up as you inhale. You exhale. And as you inhale, lift your hands all the way back up and set them down back into a tabletop pose. From here, you tuck your toes underneath of you and you begin to rise up into a down dog. Check where your hands are on your mat. Finding some space today for yourself. As you breathe and you move, you want the space. Moving your hands up an inch, moving your feet back an inch, and tucking that body in. Your arms are straight here and your legs are straight. You're pushing from the pads of your hands so as to avoid pressure on your wrist. Taking some inhales and exhales as you try to sharpen that V, and looking towards the front of your mat as you begin to walk forward. Finding your way into a ragdoll pose. Hands find your elbows of your arms. You're blending your body in half. If you can get a connection to the thighs and the knees, try to find one. And if you can't, bend your knees. We'll try. Closing your eyes here, and as you inhale and exhale, maybe you begin to sway in and out, in and out, and in and out. And as you inhale, begin to lift your way all the way up to Tadasana. Lift up as you inhale and bring your hands down to your side for mountain pose. Set a quick intention here. Do you want to sweat or you want to take it easy? Best way to take it easy is to follow your breath, and if you notice it's starting to pant, go to child's pose. When you're ready to come back in the game, bring it all the way back, or find your way back where we're a more restful part of the practice. Inhale and lift your arms up as you lift your arms back up into Tadasana and fold your body in half. Forward fold. Bring your hands down to the sides of your feet and then half lift on the inhale. Kind of making sure your back is straight, and as you exhale, your hands come back to the sides of your feet, forward fold. Inhale, lift your body all the way back up into Tadasana. Exhale, hands come down to your side, mountain pose. Inhale, bring your arms back up. Exhale, swan dive forward into a forward fold. Half lift. Head looks down to the mat, back is straight. Exhale, fold. Maybe you tuck the head slightly. Inhale all the way up to Tadasana. Exhale down to mountain pose. One more time for the half vinyasa. All the way up to Tadasana. Fold, forward fold. Maybe tuck a little tighter here. Inhale, half lift, and fold. One more time, all the way up to Tadasana on the inhale. Exhale, mountain pose. That was one more time in that sequence. This time as we lift our arms up, we'll bring our feet together. We'll sit back into a chair pose, bringing the knees down, beginning to bring your body back, and inhaling as you lift those hands up. As you exhale, fold your body in half and then lift to a half lift position. Fold into a forward fold and then lift all the way up to Tadasana. And as you exhale, your hands come down to your side mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. And as you inhale, lift those arms all the way back up. Exhaling down here into a chair pose. Your hands are above your shoulders and your spine is trying to stay straight. Sitting back down and inhaling as you lift the hands up, facilitating that straightness, and then fold your body in half. Half lift and fold and rise all the way back up to Tadasana from here. Arms up, lifting up and looking up. Hands down to your side, mountain pose. Breathe. For mountain pose, our arms will come back up into that Tadasana pose. On the inhale, we'll lift up and we'll begin to swan dive forward into that forward fold. From here, we'll half lift, looking down, and then find our way into a high plank pose. I have an injury, so I will not be doing the high planks or the chaturangas. For you, you can begin to come down to your low plank chaturanga, bringing all your body down to about 4 inches from the mat. Your elbows are in tight, and then from there, you can bring your body forward into an up dog. Your chest and your shoulders are resting right above your wrist. And as you exhale, you're pushing back into the down dog. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Looking to the front of the mat on the inhale, bending those knees and beginning to walk, hop, or skip as you exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And fold on the exhale. Inhale all the way up to Tadasana, hands down to your side for mountain pose. As you inhale, lift the arms right back up to Tadasana, exhaling into the fold. Inhale once you get there and tuck that head and then find your way back to your high plank. As you exhale, come down to your low plank chaturanga and inhale up into your up dog. As you exhale, push back to your down dog. Breathing here in and out. And in and out. Bending those knees and looking to the front of the mat, walk, hop, or skip, forward fold. Half lift when you get there and exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to Tadasana, hands down to your side for mountain pose. Nice job. We're going to add a complexity here. Step your feet together. Arms come back up on the inhale. Sit back down on the exhale into a chair pose. Sinking down as good as you can and then lifting your arms up on the next inhale. Then as you exhale, fold. Half lift on the inhale. High plank and Vinyasa all the way back from there. High, low plank, up dog, and down dog, and your equivalent thereof. When you find your way back to your down dog, on the inhale, lift the right foot up. Maybe move the ankle around if that feels good for you. Nice job. Toes come to be pointing down to the mat from here. Step the right foot forward, and as you rise up, come up into your warrior one pose. Inhale, the arms come up, and as you exhale, come into that bent right knee at 90-degree angle, checking your left leg. As you inhale, stay where you are at the bottom, but keep those hands rising up. And from here, we Vinyasa. High plank, low plank. Inhale to your up dog, and exhale to your down dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, lifting off the left foot. Maybe moving the ankle around if that feels good for you. And then bringing it back to stillness, toes pointing down. Step the left foot forward, and on the inhale, rise up to your warrior one. Arms come up. And as you exhale, you sit back down into that warrior one. Lift the arms up on the inhale, but still hanging down. And as you exhale, do your Vinyasa. High plank, low plank, up dog and down dog on the exhale. Finding your breath here. Maybe playing with your heels, coming closer to the mat. Looking to the front of your mat and bending those knees, walk, hop, or skip. Forward fold. Half lift when you get there. And fold. And come all the way up. Inhale to Tadasana. Hands down to your side, mountain pose. Breathe in. And out. And in. And out. Let's go. Arms up on the inhale, Tadasana. Swan dive forward, forward fold. Lift up into a chair pose from here. Bring your feet together if they weren't so already, my bad. Fold here, half lift, and find your way to your high plank. Vinyasa all the way back to your down dog. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale as you push back to the dog. Inhale and exhale when you get there. And on the next inhale, lift the right leg up. As you exhale, step the right foot forward. And as you inhale, rise up into your warrior one. Inhale, and as you exhale, just think a little bit more. Inhale, lift the hands up. And as you exhale, find your way to a side to warrior two. Looking out and over your middle right finger. Right knee is still down at that 90-degree angle. Pull the hands away from each other as you inhale. And then as you exhale, Vinyasa. High plank, low plank, all the way back to down dog on the exhale. Breathing. Left leg comes up. Exhale, step it forward. Warrior one. Rise up on your inhale. Arms come up above your shoulders. Inhale, lift. Sink down on the exhale. Lift a little more on the inhale. And as you exhale, open to that beautiful warrior two. Nice job, folks. Exhale, sink down more into that left knee. You know you'll have room. And inhale, pull the arms away from each other. And as you exhale, Vinyasa, finding your way to a high plank, a low plank. Inhaling to the up dog and exhaling back to the down dog. Breathe here. Bend your knees. Look to the front of your mat. Walk, hop, or skip. Forward fold. We half lift from here, and we fold. We inhale, and we rise all the way up to our Tadasana. Our hands come down to mountain pose. You got this, folks. You got this and more than this. Bury your head into the sweat and what's inside. Arms up, step those feet together. Sitting back into a chair pose. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, sitting a little deeper. Bring the hips back. Inhale, lift your body up. And as you exhale, fold. Half lift from there and find your way back to a down dog. High plank, low plank, up dog or down dog or whatever your vinyasa is for you. Breathing here. In and out. Checking the pace of your breath, and if you wanted to slow it down, maybe you slow down here. Right foot comes up. The toes are pointing down to the mat, and we bring our knee forward to touch our nose. We bring it back, kicking that right foot back. The heel pushes back to the back part of the room. Your right knee comes forward here and touches your right elbow, and then we bring it all the way back, forward, back. As we exhale, we bring the right foot forward and we rise up into a crescent lunge. On the inhale, your arms are coming up and they're above that shoulder. And as you exhale, you're sinking down into your crescent. As you inhale, the arms are finding their way up. And as you exhale, they find their way to heart center. Inhale, and as you exhale, twist to the right. And as you inhale, find your way as you begin to play with the twist here as you breathe in and out and in and out. Inhaling one more time as you maybe open the arms and then find your way to a warrior two, other side of your mat as you exhale. Inhale, reverse that warrior. And as you exhale, fold your body over into a side angle position. Inhale, the left hand reaches up. Exhale, the hands are pulling away from each other. Inhaling, feeling your strength here. And as you exhale, find your way to a high plank and vinyasa your way all the way back to a down dog. From that down dog, kick the left leg up. And as you exhale, bring the knee to the nose, shoulders over wrists. Bringing the knee back, kicking the heel back. The knee comes forward to your left elbow and you bring that knee back, kicking the heel back. As you exhale, bring the left foot forward. And as you inhale, rise up to a crescent lunge. You're standing on the ball of your right foot and your arms are reaching up above your head. Exhale, sink down into the lunge. And as you inhale, lift those hands up. And as you exhale, bring them now down to heart center. Inhale, and then twist. And as you inhale, maybe find more space with which to twist against. Inhale, maybe you open your arms here. And as you exhale, you open your body up and into a warrior two. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Exhale, fold your body up and over into a side angle. Inhale, your right arm comes up. Exhale, they pull apart. Inhale, lift your body up. Feel your strength and find your way to a high plank. Vinyasa all the way back to a down dog. You want to pause and take a child's pose, you could right here. Or you could bend your knees and look to the front of the mat, walk, hop, or skip. Forward fold. Half lift and fold. Rising all the way up to your Tadasana. Your hands come down to your side, mountain pose. Awesome job, folks. Arms up. Tadasana. Exhale, fold that body in half. Inhale, lift halfway, looking down. Exhale, finding your way to the high plank, low plank. Inhaling to that up dog, and exhaling to the down dog. Lifting the right foot up on the inhale, stepping it through on the exhale. The knee comes down, and on the inhale, we rise up to a low crescent lunge. Hands come down to the mat. We rise up now into a high crescent lunge. Arms are up and over our shoulders. Lift up. And as you exhale, open your body now into a warrior two position. As you inhale, we find our way to a reverse triangle. And as we exhale, we find our way to a real triangle. Inhale, lift that hand up. And as you exhale, pull the hands away from each other. As you inhale here, allow the hand to be lifted up and you find your way to your 5-point star. Finding your way back down to a goddess squat. And then lifting your way back up. 5 points. Sitting down but keeping your arms above your shoulders here. Inhaling back up. And now as you goddess squat, coming into gold point hands. Lifting the arms back up to your 5-point and bringing your hands to your thighs and allowing your body to bend in half. About midway, inhale and decide if you're going to come down the whole way. Maybe your legs can stay straight. Your right arm comes up here as you inhale. Exhale, it comes down. Inhale, the left comes up. Exhale, it comes down. Inhale it up and twist. Exhale down. Inhale it up. Good, that twist. Exhale, bring it down. Now we're going to lunge to the front side of our mat from here. Our body is above our right foot and our left toes are pointing up. As we exhale, we now shift to the other side. So our front body is on the front of our mat, but our left toes, our right toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. If you want to play with your hands off the mat, you're welcome to do that as we shift again and find the next lunge. And from here, we find our way into a low lunge on the back. And so the low crescent lunge, that as we inhale, we lift our arms up above our hands. And as we exhale, those hands come down to the mat. As you inhale, rise up to the high crescent lunge. And as you exhale, you can stay here and work on that crescent, or you can begin to find your way into a half moon pose. Maybe you bring your right foot off the mat and you lean forward and you find your way into opening that body. Maybe if your hands are separated and you're curious, you can look up. Wherever you found your way, now we find our way back through our breath, all the way down to the low crescent lunge. As our inhale, our arms will come up. Next, we exhale, we'll come into that side lunge on the front of our mat. Our right toes are pointing up. And the next exhale, we'll switch now to the right side. And from here, we'll find our way on the inhale to the center, bringing our right arm up. On the next inhale, exhaling it down. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale it down. As you inhale, hands to heart center, goddess squat. Exhale, maybe sit a little deeper. Inhale, rise all the way up to the 5-point star. Now from the 5-point star, we'll find our way into a triangle pose. From the triangle pose, we'll then shift to a reverse triangle. In a reverse triangle, we'll open our body up to the side of our mat into that beautiful warrior 2 pose. And as we inhale and then exhale, we'll find our way down to a lunge. And from here, with Vinyasa, all the way back to a down dog. And bend those knees. Look to the front. Walk, hop, or skip. Forward fold. Half lift when you get there and then fold. Rising all the way up on the inhale, Tadasana. Your hands come down to your side mountain pose. From this down dog, we'll look to the front of our mat. Bend our knees, walk, hop, or skip. Find your way down to the mat into a seated position. And maybe push your glutes back to about midway through your mat if you have one. You don't really need to have a mat unless you're on a hard surface. And if you have a mat but don't have a towel, you only need the towel if you sweat a lot. From here, we're going to bring our bodies up into a boat pose. You know, boat pose can look different for everybody. Some people like to hold their knees here. Some people like to bring their hands out. It's good for you to try to get to a place where you can get your legs straight. But unfortunately, I work more on getting my core tight and my back straight because, you know, I run so much I don't think I'll ever be able to get to there, but I don't give up. From here, as we exhale, we ride down to the mat and rock the boat down. Everything stays off the mat except for maybe portions of our glutes and a little bit of our lower back. And as we inhale, we lift up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale, come all the way down to your back. Couple breaths here. On the next inhale, bringing both legs up. I'm trying to bring your feet up and above your hips here. Maybe trying to keep the feet flat towards whatever surface is above you, if there is one. Begin to bring the right leg down. Left stays up, right comes down and tries to find about an inch or so, maybe close to the mat. You'll know if you're too close when you, touch it. So you find the place that feels good for you. And now you switch sides very, very slowly maybe. Slowly as feels good for you. And then begin to just bring the legs up and down, making sure you have your hands flat on the mat, giving your lower back a lot of traction and support. And then bring your feet up again. And now bring your feet down and so the bottoms of your feet touch. Open your body up into a Supta Baddha Konasana, so your knees are spread wide, bottoms of the feet are touching. Maybe your arms are spread wide here if it feels good for you. And from here, we'll roll over to our belly. From our belly, we'll bring our hands down to our sides. Our palms will be facing up. Your right cheek is resting on the mat and you're looking over your left shoulder. Breathing here in and out. In and out. From here, we'll play in a locust prep pose, so you can bring your hands down to the waist side of your area. It's a little bit above where your hips are, right? You can then bring your forehead to the mat or your shins to the mat, and maybe you need to allow your body to flatten out a bit like I just did. From here, we'll inhale through our nose, and then we'll sigh it out through our mouth. Inhale through our nose. Sigh it out. And as you inhale, we'll lift just our front body up and off the mat. There's little to no pressure here in these hands. You're just allowing the strength in your back to lift you up. And if you need a little encouragement, and you don't put a huge bend in your neck, you can start to look up. And maybe you will lift higher up. And as you begin to bring your body down, you'll rest on your left cheek, looking to the right. Palms up. Breathing. Coming back to your forehead or your chin. You know, I've been saying that wrong since I started teaching yoga. Right. Anyway, hands to the heart or to your waist area. We're going to be doing a locust, full locust here. And so what that means is that we'll be lifting up both our front side of our body and our back side of our body. Going as high as you can, maybe even coming to the point where it's just the pelvis part of your area that's the only thing touching the mat. We all can have aspirations and goals. Hands to your waist. Inhale. Sigh it out. Inhale. Sigh it out. And as you inhale, lift both sides of your bodies up. There's absolutely no weight in those hands at all. And if you need to prove that to yourself, you can begin to lift your hands off the mat, maybe allowing the front of your body to lift up so high that you're just riding here on the tops of your thighs. But you're allowing that front body to open and allow you to fly. As you exhale, you come down and your right cheek hits the mat. You're looking to the left. Hands by your side. Bringing your head back to center and finding a place where it feels good as you bend your knees, and that may be a different place from where you had it before. Reach those hands back and grab from the outsides of your feet, your ankle, or your shin. What feels best for you? Try to get the knees together if you can. And inhale, sigh it out. Inhale, sigh it out. And now as you inhale, just lift everything off the mat. Maybe it's just a part of your body where your belly button is that's on the mat, and your feet are kicking back so much that your upper body is beginning to arch. As you exhale, Bringing your body back down, looking to the right side of your mat. On your next exhale, pushing back to child's pose. And inhale, riding up to a down dog. From down dog, stretch out again. Recommit to your dog. Get those legs and arms straight. Get that sharp V there. Now look to the front of your mat. Bend your knees. Walk, hop, or skip into a yogi squat. A yogi squat, your toes are out on the side of your mat like they were for goddess, except we're facing towards the front of your mat. You're not slouching here. You're lifting that body up and challenging your strength. Now just because I'm up here doesn't mean you're going to be up here. But don't slouch completely. Always challenge yourself wherever you are. And speaking of that, if you're here and you normally like to come into a crow pose around this time, you can find your way there. If you're not going there, maybe you put your right hand down on the mat. And on the inhale, you lift the left hand up. And as you exhale, maybe they find a place together at heart center, and then the right hand comes up. Maybe they come down. Left goes up. Maybe they come down, up. Wherever you were, find your way back to a high plank. And then Vinyasa back to a down dog, please. Get that sharp V, baby. Inhale, right foot comes up. As you exhale, bring the knee to your nose. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring the knee down to the mat, finding your way into a half pigeon pose. Your knee is somewhere close to your right wrist, and your left toes are maybe near your left wrist. If that doesn't feel good for you, bring them back and shift them back. Find your way into a powered up position if that's good for you. Finding your way down to a powered down pose. We won't be here too long as we breathe in and out. And in and out. And in. And as you exhale, finding our way back to a down dog. Maybe you kick that right foot all the way back up and then bring it down. Maybe you kick that left foot up now. Bring that knee forward, shoulders forward, and then allow the knee to come down to that mat. Bring your ankle of your left foot as close to the wrist as it feels good for you. And then decide if you're powering up or powering down. And finding your breath wherever you go to from there. Inhale and out. And on your next exhale, finding your way back to a down dog. Maybe you kick the left foot up. And down dog. Down dog. Lift the right leg up, three-leg dog. Exhale the right foot forward and come into that low crescent lunge. Arms up. Exhale, hands come down, and as you inhale, we find our way back up into a high crescent lunge from here. And as you exhale, we begin to come forward and find our way into an airplane pose. Our body is bent forward. Our hands are here at our sides. The upper part of our body is somewhat lifting up. And as we exhale, we find some strength. And as we inhale, we bring that with us. So we lift that front leg up and maybe lift our hands up. I like to bring the knee right around hip height and just be happy with that. As we exhale from here, we're going to be sitting back into eagle legs, finding your top of your foot behind your calf if you can. As we inhale, we'll rise up to that staff-like pose. We'll set back into our eagle legs, lifting back up. And one more time, the eagle legs. As we lift back up, the foot will come forward, and as we exhale, we'll come into our airplane pose. This time, as we inhale, we'll bring the arms forward. And as we exhale, we'll bring them back. And as we inhale, we bring them forward. And as we exhale, we'll find our way back to a high crescent lunge, lifting our arms on the inhale, and on the exhale, finding our way back to a low lunge and vinyasa back to a down dog. Left foot up. Left foot steps forward, coming down into a low crescent, rising up on the inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands down. And as you inhale, rise back up into that high crescent lunge. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale, and find your way into an airplane pose. Maybe your toes are pointing down, but your heels are pulling back, or maybe your toes are pointing towards the back. Your hands are at heart center. And from here, we bring the right knee up. The hands come up above our heads, or they come to heart center, whatever feels good for you. Bringing the right leg up and over as if we're in eagle pose, and maybe bringing your hands to heart center. Lift up into that stacky kind of thing. Exhale as you come back down. Those eagle legs. Inhaling one more time as you lift that leg up. And as you exhale, we bring the foot back and we find our way once again into an airplane pose. And as we inhale, the arms come forward. Exhale them back. Inhale forward. And as you exhale, bring it all back to a high crescent lunge as you inhale. And as you exhale, bring it all down. Finding your way back, vinyasa, to a down dog. From this down dog, bring your shoulders over your wrists. We'll play in side plank flow. If you'd like to, you can lower down on the exhale to your low plank chaturanga, and then rise up on the inhale to a high plank. Down to that chaturanga, rising up to the high plank, and then lifting up into your side plank. Giving you a second here to fly your legs and straighten your arms, and then bring the right arm back down. Come forward, shoulders over wrists. Low plank chaturanga. Inhale, lift it. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift it. And then find your way to a side plank. Lifting, flying your legs as you like to do. And bringing your left hand down. Finding your way to a high plank, a low plank, an up dog. And as you exhale, push back, down dog. Right leg comes up here. Bring that knee to your nose. Bring the knee down to the mat, coming into pigeon. Setting that left knee down. Rising up or coming down as we inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale one last time, I mean for just right now. And as you exhale, bring it back to your down dog. Inhale, bring that left leg up. Exhale, bring that to your nose. Set it down behind your rest and find your way into the pigeon of your choice. Finding your breath wherever you go. Inhale. And out. And in. And as you kick the left foot back, you exhale. And bring it back to down dog. Bend your knees and look to the front of the mat. Walk, hop, or skip into a seated pose. Now bring that booty back onto your mat a little bit further and bring both of your feet out in front of you. First we'll do a seated tree pose. So you'll bring the bottom of your left foot into the bottom of your right foot into the left thigh. Get a connection there, but don't try to push on it. Just find the connection. As you inhale, lift your body up. Exhale, and then feel if you can lift up a little bit higher as you pull that core in. As you exhale again, folding now up and over the left leg. Once you get there, inhale. And exhale on your own. Feel that stretch. And then release. Bring your right foot forward. The bottom of your left foot comes in and touches the inside of your right thigh. Inhale, lift up, folks. Exhale, and then inhale, pull all the way up if you can. Now fold forward, up and over the right leg. Find the stretch that works for you. It doesn't matter where it is on your leg. Just see if you can get your back as straight as you can and see if you can get those legs as straight as you can. From here, we release. We bring our legs out in front of us, facing the front of the mat. Our hands are at our side, maybe moving around some of the couch cushions to get to your sits bones. When you're ready, we'll inhale, we'll lift our arms up and over our head. And as we exhale, here we're full forward. Finding that connection wherever we can. Trying to get to that nice flat back where possible. And keeping those ears away from the shoulders. Really bend here and see if you can feel that stretch on the backs of your legs. Nice. As you release, come back up to seated. Find your way back to your back. We'll do some bridge poses here. You want to bend your knees. Your hands will be at the sides of your waist area, or I'm sorry, not waist, down beneath your hips. Your hands for knee depends on the length of your arms, or somewhere near your feet perhaps. But your hands are pressing down onto the mat to give you strength and some traction to push against. What we're going to do here is try to bring our feet together and our knees together. We're going to inhale through our nose and sigh it out. Inhale and sigh it out. And as we inhale, we're going to begin to lift our hips up off the mat. Only bring them as far as you feel comfortable. And if you're new and you haven't done a lot of bridge, you want to be very careful at first. You want to be careful you're good to your back. You want to make sure it's not going to cause your ab to go crazy and hurt like nuts tomorrow. And you just play where it feels good for you and continue to find your edge and maybe play to the edge of it, but not, barrel over it. Lift yourself up, and now as you exhale, find that back down to the mat, bringing your knees out to the side into your Supta Baddha Konasana pose that we were in previously. Finding your breath here, in and out, your own breath. Now, bring our knees back together, our feet are back together. Our hands can stay where they were if that felt awesome for you. They can come out maybe to the sides of your mat. Your palms are still face down, but maybe they're at the sides of your shoulders. At whatever length or height that it feels good for you. Keeping everything tucked together, we inhale, and we exhale. And as we inhale, we begin to rise up in our second bridge. Now this time, maybe you can rise up higher. And maybe as you rise up, you might feel yourself coming up a little bit more on your shoulders, and you have to find a place there to see if that feels good for you. For me, it doesn't there on that kind of outer edge, but that's a weird outer edge. And when I lift up a little higher, it feels amazing for me to lift and push, and then bring my body back down to the mat. And maybe this time you windshield wipe your knees to side to side. Now, if you'd like to play in a wheel space, you can do that next. Or if you'd like to stay in a bridge, you can bring your arms so that they're up above your head if you like. And if you do so, your palms will be facing up. If you're coming into a wheel pose, your fingers are actually facing the bottom of the mat. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, lift up into whatever pose you've chosen to do today. Inhale, lift, find your strength, find your bravery. Who's that brave person in there? They're not afraid of anything. And find your way back to your back. Supta Baddha Konasana or windshield wipe, your choice. And from here, bring your feet up. Find your way into a happy baby. The legs can be wide. You can be grabbing the outsides of your feet. You can grab anywhere on your leg. Feels good. If you need to grasp on something, do that. If it feels good for you, you can begin to rock back and forth. Maybe using your inhale and your exhale to guide you. Breathing along with that. Notice how your lower back starts to soften. Nice job. Now bring your feet back together, your knees back together, and rest your knees on the left side of your mat. Squeeze your body and open it up so that all of your shoulders are down on your mat. You're looking out and over the right hand. Inhale and exhale here as you find the twist. Find the joy in the stretch. Maybe you just allow the stretch to happen with gravity. Just enjoying. And starting to allow yourself to relax. Feeling it all get a little closer to the ground. Switching sides. Now looking out and over the left hand. Shoulders are still down. Find our way here into a Shavasana of our choice. Get this close to the mat. Maybe you just move your feet around and let everything rest down on your back. Maybe you get a straight back. Maybe you pull your hands out to the side. If you like it to be dark, cover your eyes. I happen to like it to be light. Wherever you found your way to, close your eyes. Just breathe. Find your way, fetal pose. If you'd like to end in fetal, there is no rule that you need to move an inch. Find your way to seated. Eyes closed wherever you find your way to. My name is Michael. It wasn't until September last year finally started to come out nightmare. I had found my way in years before that. I fought, I cried, I screamed, I cursed, I schemed. I did everything. find my way out of the prison of my mind. Thanks for joining me today, yogis, for a yoga adventure. If you like what I did today, and what we did today, if you like the music that I selected to go along with it, please, I would appreciate your feedback, comments on the YouTube, maybe even if you could subscribe or just like my stuff. I'll just do kind things for other people. We can go a lot further as we begin to recover. Namaste, yogis. I wish you well.